5, 4, 3, 2. What's good, everybody? We are back again for another episode of the No Hedging Podcast, and we are back taking another shot at the beginning of the episode because these bets have been difficult to deal with. Toast up.
Toast, man. Shout out to my boy for signing the Def Jam.
I am not signed to the Def Jam, but I am signed to a label. Shout out to SMG. But I am Rip 16, the GOAT.
I'm tired of Jet.
And we are the Mighty No Hedging Podcast duo in studio for week 16.
Week 16.
Of the NFL season. And because it's 16 week, that means it's got to be a good one. So make sure y'all like, share, comment, subscribe to the channel. Stay tapped in, stay locked in with us so that we can stay locked in with y'all and we can have a winning week. Anything you want to talk to the people about?
Nah, man, let's just get right into this, man.
You know what? Yeah, real quick.
I ain't got nothing to say to these months. I'm just playing.
You gotta talk, bro. You ain't got nothing to say. Real quick, man. I think it's time for a little bit of GOAT talk. So if you could, can I get a Stone Cold Steve Austin? What? See, this is that time of the season, right? It's winding down. It's wrapping up. We done got some key players and teams eliminated from the playoffs, but you not. What? You know why? Because the bet's still hot. It's some matchups that still count. So when you picking these picks and you making these plays, you got a lot of knowledge now. What? You got a lot of information. You got a lot of knowledge about contenders, pretenders. So you in a prime position to win. What? So that's what I want you to do this week. I want you to go out here and put BTA. Mm-hmm. What? It's probably been getting put to you because some of these matchups are just extremely unpredictable, and we've seen a lot of things go left field. But this is your opportunity to right the ship and turn that thing around. Go out there and win. So I need y'all locked the fuck in. I need y'all to drop the slips. And I need y'all to use some community to win together. Everybody trying to be a superhero. This ain't a time to be a superhero. This is the time to win with the team. What? So lock the fuck in because what's L? I never been known to take those. I don't know. And next week, I want you to not know what an L is either. So like I said, make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe to the channel. And without further ado, make sure you stay tuned and keep on watching this show because we got takeaways. What do you got?
What do you got?
Hey, man, well, I mean, you know, last week we started off takeaways with a new wonderful sub segment, and I think it's only befitting that I run it back with something I like to call I Told You So. I told you.
What you tell us?
I told you the Chargers were not frauds. 2 weeks ago. Mm-hmm. They stringed together back-to-back wins.
Okay.
Against the Eagles and the Chiefs. Both are the Super Bowl teams.
Yeah. Yeah.
If that doesn't scream not fraudulent, I don't know what does. But on top of that, I said the Chiefs is not taking nobody's spot. And they are eliminated officially. Done. So now I can stop hearing these asinine statements about the Chiefs about to make a miraculous comeback. And they about to run it back. And Patrick Mahomes is the greatest we ever seen. Mm-hmm. Listen, that's cute. But that team ain't it. These folks are getting the hell knocked out of them. They're not doing it how they used to do it on defense. Spags trying to dial it up, but them phone calls ain't going through.
Yeah.
So listen. The Chiefs done. Now we can stop hearing these debates. But amazingly, somehow the Chiefs are still a favorite in this week, even after the Patrick Mahomes injury, which is just extremely interesting to me. But I told you. I said this a month ago.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing, man. I think this season The Chiefs, they haven't been executing offensively. Defensively, they haven't been as good as previous years. Obviously, there's movement with players on the defensive side of football in recent years.
For sure.
The offensive line for the Chiefs has been pretty bad all year.
This is true.
I haven't seen Patrick Mahomes. He's been running all season, honestly.
Yeah, this is the most I ever seen him running a season. So him tearing the ACL is actually
inevitable.
Yeah,
something was going to happen. It was bound to.
You're making your quarterback do too much. Like
he was playing every single week, like we seen him play in playoff games. Right. Like, so in previous playoff games. So like previous years, we see the offense executing Travis Kelce, running the football, getting some passes and stuff like that, without him having to do so much. And then in the playoffs is when he hit that switch and turn on, all right, Superman, let me scramble around, extend the play, find somebody down the field, boom. This year, it's been the opposite of that. He's been doing that all year long and not finding guys down the field. A lot of drop passes by the receivers, him getting hit a lot. So it's just been, it hasn't been clean football for the Chiefs this year. And and this is what led to the end of their little run.
Yeah. They scraped by a lot last season, though. Mm-hmm. They won a lot of games, like barely, last season. And, people kind of brushed it under the rug because they won, ultimately. Mm-hmm. But I think what that does is it creates these situations where if you're a team that is on the verge of winning those games, but you lose a bunch of close games, I think eventually those teams keep building up and become the team that wins those games as opposed to losing them. Right. But I think if you're a team that dominates and then you start being this team that's on the verge of winning those games, you're in a downtrend. Mm-hmm. And I think a lot of times that gets overlooked. Like, it got overlooked heavy last season, but they really had some similar issues last season. Mm-hmm. It's not like these are new things. I think the only difference was Patrick Mahomes didn't have to scramble as much. He had a little bit more offensive line protection, which I think was actually probably a key difference in them winning some of those games. Now you suffer some losses because you have a lack of protection. He's scrambling, he's running. It's just not looking like Chiefs football that we used to seeing. So, I mean, them getting eliminated from the playoffs, I mean, it's not surprising to me at all. Not even just being a Chargers fan, but just the way that they performed to even be in a position to make the Super Bowl last year was already cutting it close. And so this season, other teams have figured it out. Like I said, they've been watching you do this for like 3 years.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they kind of figured it out, and they found some ways to win these games, these close battles that you've been having. And frankly, y'all have just not been as good, whether it be from injury, whether it be from suspensions with Rashee Rice, or just players aging, Kelce not having the same speed that he used to have, or certain things. But in fairness, Kelce has played fairly decent most of the season. I don't think he's played bad at all. We was questioning the age thing last season, but I think he
played better this season than he did last season.
Yeah, I agree. I think he definitely played better this season than last season, and so credit to him for that. But I'm not surprised that the Chiefs got eliminated.
Yeah.
Like it was in the air.
Agreed.
Another game that was very interesting, though, this past Sunday was the Bills versus the Patriots.
Bills-Patriots, AFC East showdown.
The Patriots had that game in the bag.
Pretty much on lock first half.
They did.
21-0.
And somehow
Josh Allen
put his cape on.
And it, not necessarily him per se. Like, he did what he was supposed to do, but it was, James Cook went crazy.
James Cook, too.
He had a good game.
Cook, he did. James Cook definitely came through, saved the day, and ran the football well and made plays. Start breaking out, start really putting a lot of pressure on that defense. But I just what's his name? Travion Henderson. Travion had a good game too.
Good game. Hell yeah.
He had a great game.
Yeah.
And he he scored some touchdowns on the ground. He was running the football. So that was what was surprising about it, because it wasn't like the Patriots just completely shut down and stopped scoring points. They still managed to get a touchdown. They still managed to get a field goal. You know, they still managed to put some points on the board. But to allow the Buffalo Bills 35 points in this, what was that, all in the second half?
All in the second half. Well, they had 7 points, and they scored right before the half.
They scored right before the half. Okay, so you allowed 28 points in a half. And for them to play such good defense in the first half, it was kind of surprising. It was kind of like, what the hell just happened to the Patriots in the second half to allow that? Like, you had a decent check on James Cook during the first half. So what's going on? Like, what did you take from that about the Patriots?
I don't know. I just felt like they ran the ball well. Third down, they were 50% on converting. The Bills were a little bit better on third down. I felt like the momentum started to shift when Buffalo got that touchdown before half, and then they just came out and just kind of put the foot on the gas, and explosive plays happened with James Cook running physical, getting in the end zone, stretching the ball out, stuff like that. Josh Allen, he didn't play bad either. You know, he had a decent game as well. He had 3 touchdowns. But I just think, it was just one of those division games where it could have went either way, honestly. And it's just like, okay, how did the Patriots let their foot off the gas? But it was just a little bit more so on the execution side in the second half that kind of allowed Buffalo to get back in the game.
Right. Yeah, so I mean, that was a little bit of a cause for concern, right? Just because of the simple fact of, like we talked about last week, this was the opportunity where I felt like Drake May has the opportunity to say, like, okay, it's
to
my
solidify it in it, yeah.
It's my division now. Like, Josh Allen been running rampant, and he's still there. We've been talking a lot about the Bills and their defense, but they are, 10-4. So we spoke a lot about the Bills and their defense, but
they still got those issues.
Despite the defensive woes, they're still 10-4
because they got that guy at quarterback.
And then another thing that just went in their favor. This is gonna be the first time Josh Allen is in the playoffs and don't have to deal with Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, and possibly Lamar Jackson.
And possibly don't have to deal with Lamar Jackson.
But even then, he beat Lamar before in the playoffs, so that's not a big issue. So
right,
but
so
the Mahomes thing is huge.
The Mahomes thing is huge. I think, honestly, I don't know if this is a hot take or not, but I think this is honestly the Bills' best opportunity to win a Super Bowl ever.
Best shot. The best shot.
And I'm pretty sure Josh Allen knows that. He's a smart guy. I'm pretty sure Josh Allen knows that this is his best opportunity to win the championship ever. So I would, be looking at some futures on the Bills or some futures on some Josh Allen props, because I think this is the time where if we ever see him go into Superman mode, I think this is the time where he's probably going to play his best football.
Yeah, because you can say in the playoffs right now, he's the best quarterback in the playoffs in general on both sides, compared AFC and NFC. Even though Matt Stafford's having a great year, but in terms of player, the athlete, the skills, what he can do, his ability, Josh Allen by far is the best quarterback in the NFL in the playoffs right now.
Hands down. That's pretty.
So that's the advantage that the Bills have over everybody else in the playoffs.
For sure. You got the best quarterback. No matter who you play in the playoffs, you have the best quarterback. Now, you still got some teams that can give you some problems because you got to run into some solid
good defenses.
You got to run into some crazy defenses along that way. So it's not a foregone conclusion by any stretch of the imagination, because on that same AFC side, you got to deal with the Chargers defense, who is fired up, making some big hits on some players. You got to deal with the Broncos defense, who have been known to get all those sacks. So that might be able to contain some of that Josh Allen running. So it's not a clean slate. Jaguars, who've been known to get some takeaways, it's some teams, that can do something defensively to definitely slow them down. But I definitely agree with you on that point of the Bills have probably the best quarterback as far as just skill, athleticism, God-given talent, strength, size, all these different things and attributes in Josh Allen.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So that gives them a special...
That's the edge they got right now.
Special edge over everybody.
And they got the best running back in the league right now. I mean,
James Cook.
He's the best rushing attack right now. So they run the ball very well. They just can't defend it. And they got the best quarterback in the league. So I mean, that's what they got. That's what they got in their favor.
Yeah, that's true. So Bills Mafia, cheer your
chance.
team on. Here's your chance.
Here's your chance.
You better goddamn. You only get one shot. Opportunity.
Do not miss the chance to blow. Do your music. Lose yourself in the moment. To want it. You better never let it go.
You gotta learn the words, brother. But anyway, any more takeaways you have for the people, man?
That's it right now.
I mean, I think that's the main thing.
Those are the biggest ones right there.
Those are the biggest ones. But
we'll get into some other stuff later.
I think speaking of some other teams, we didn't talk about them in takeaways, but I think they kind of showed some serious problems. So let's tap into a little segment we like to call Besides the Eagles.
What taking
E-G-L-E-S Eagles. So besides the Eagles, the Eagles put together a very dominant win versus a very undominant team in the Raiders. But they did shut them out, so that was a good sign of life for the Eagles.
I mean, it was the perfect get back game.
It was a perfect
set up
bounce
perfectly.
Back game.
The Raiders they're the third worst team in the league.
Yeah,
and they proved it. They showed it. I mean,
that's
what the Eagles were supposed to do.
The offense is abysmal, but I'll give the Eagles defense some credit too, because they even shut down like some of the key players on the Raiders, like Brock Bowers didn't assault you too bad or didn't do nothing too crazy. So I mean, I'll give the Eagles defense a lot of credit for that game. They got a good win. But besides the Eagles, it's another team which I'm they gotta get called to the front of the congregation, and we gotta talk about that the Buccaneers.
What about them?
At one point, there was a contender.
At one point,
what are they now? Because you just lost to the Saints. It's a division game. And I kind of saw that loss coming. I kind of saw it coming. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah. But here's the flip side of that. The Carolina Panthers didn't handle their business.
They did.
Carolina ended up losing
I'm sorry.
the Saints.
The Carolina Panthers lost to the Saints.
Yeah.
The Buccaneers lost to the Falcons.
Yeah.
Kyle Pitts, 3 touchdowns? When have you ever seen that?
Yeah, but the Bucs did lose to the Saints the week before that.
They lost to the Saints the week before that, and then you turn around and lose to the Falcons. And now you have a game against the Panthers. Listen,
and the Panthers aren't looking that hot either. They just lost to the Saints. They lost to the Saints twice.
But
they had their opportunity.
The Panthers also beat the Rams at home, which was a very impressive win.
But to come out of the bye week to lose to the Saints, where you had an opportunity to be like the big dog in the driver's seat.
Here's the thing, though. The Panthers were never even supposed to be in this conversation.
They weren't.
At this point. The Panthers were projected to win, 4 games?
Yeah, something like that.
And they, for a brief 10 minutes, they were in the lead for the division, to win the entire division, prior to them coming out and losing to the Saints. Shucks. We getting shucked tonight, as they say.
We getting shucked tonight. We getting shucked tonight. Who getting shucked tonight?
So that's what happened to the Panthers. But we not finna just graze past the fact that y'all let Kyle Pitts cook you. The Falcons cooked them without Drake London, without Michael Penix. You let Kyle Pitts get 3 touchdowns. I understand Bijan Robinson. A lot of people have a hard time stopping Bijan Robinson. But you allow Kyle Pitts to just run free and get 3 touchdowns and Kirk Cousins, who's not a mobile quarterback, to have all that time to pass the ball and allow Kyle Pitts to get open. It's some problems with that team. For you to give up damn near 29 points to the Falcons, that's not contendership.
Yeah.
It's not.
It's been a rough little patch for them.
It's more than a patch. It's been like a month and a half. At some point, are you just completely out of contention? Now, right now, you're in the lead for the division still, but that's just because the division is so bad in general. But now you come into a crossroads where you've lost all these division games, and now you got another division opponent who could potentially take your spot.
Yeah, they just got to beat Carolina twice in the end.
They got to beat Carolina.
Twice. They play them twice.
They got to beat them twice, but I don't know if I love them to win. I don't know if I love them to win twice.
I trust them more than I trust Carolina. I'll say that.
I don't.
I have more faith and belief in Baker Mayfield than I do in Bryce Young. I have more faith and belief in Ty Bowles than I do Carolina's guy. I can't remember his name right now. It's Carolina's guy. But yeah, I think Buccaneers, they'll figure it out. They get it right. They let one slip against Atlanta, and they know it. And Ty Bowles chew them a new one, rip them a new one.
I love that, by the way. I love the fact that he went off in the press conference because he know that they've been losing a bunch of games where they ain't got no business losing.
Right.
Y'all are number one in the division, in a bad division, and y'all are barely number one, though. And I think him as a coach, he knows that they better than that, and he expects better out of his guys. But
one thing I like about them, they're healthy, right? They got Bucky Irvin back. They got Mike Evans back. So they get they got players back.
Make it even worse.
You know what I'm saying?
You got healthy and you still lost 2 division games.
Emeka Ibuka. You know what I'm saying? So I think that was that first game where that whole unit was healthy and back together offensively.
Yeah, but you lost 2 home division games.
I get it.
And you barely won that game against the Cardinals.
Now, would they go far in the playoffs? I don't think so, given the competition that's in the playoffs right now. But I still think I still think they punched their ticket as a division winner to enter the playoffs. I think they go and beat Carolina twice. I think they handle their business and punch their ticket. Carolina missed their opportunity.
We're going to see about that. I don't think Carolina missed their opportunity.
They missed the
to be honest.
They had the opportunity. They missed it.
They did. They had an opportunity to gain some distance and some space, but I don't think they quite missed their opportunity quite yet. It's just because the Buccaneers have not been winning at home division games. So even though they have to play them twice, that second one is the one that's a home game for the Buccaneers. And I've been a little bit iffy on the Panthers on the road, but, I mean, they got to play the Panthers at home. This is the Panthers team at home that beat the Rams. So let's not just graze past that like the Panthers are capable of winning this game. Bryce Young has probably played the best football of his NFL career this season, for sure.
I agree.
McMillan is standout target. You even got some more production out of Leggett in a lot of situations.
Rico Dowdle has
been cooking, but then you also still have Chuba Hubbard.
Yeah.
So I think that team is constructed in a way where they can definitely beat the Panthers. I mean, beat the Buccaneers. The Panthers can definitely beat the Buccaneers. It's not like it's just a runaway and they just have it in the bag. So that's why I'm not so super convinced. I don't think that the Buccaneers are eliminated by every scratch of the imagination, but by any stretch of the imagination, I don't think that the Buccaneers are eliminated from contention. But I do think their contendership is called into question after the way they've been performing. Because I would rather you be getting hot going into the playoffs rather than getting cold going into the playoffs. And that's kind of what I saw.
Dave Canales, that's his name. Canales, head coach.
Okay. So yeah, that was just my thoughts on the contendership, man.
Yeah, especially, I mean, they definitely took a step back from last year where in the past 2 years, honestly, where they were making, noise in the playoffs a little bit. They beat the Eagles the year before.
Yeah.
I think they beat Detroit or they went. No, they played Detroit. They went up there to play Detroit, but they made.
I think Detroit beat them.
Yeah, Detroit beat
Hell out of
them.
them.
Yeah, Detroit beat them, and then Detroit ended up losing to I think the Rams? I think the Rams. Somebody. Anyways, but
might have been Green Bay.
Yeah, or Green Bay. But anyway, I mean, they definitely took a step back from previous years, but we'll see what they can do.
We're gonna see. But I hope they took that good cussing out by Coach to heart and
I think
get
they
their
did.
shit together.
I think they did.
This is a tough spot for them to get their shit together. I'll say that. But we gonna see. Well, transitioning right into week 16 of the NFL season. We've talked about the past. We've talked about, who we got our eye on, some people that need to get it together, some people that need to get the hell on. However, let's dive into week 16 and talk about MustSeeTV.
Yes, sir.
These folks got their hitties.
Very fun. Underrated part of the show, but these folks need to see this shit. So there are definitely some important matchups on the slate this week. Couple of important rematches on the slate this week, it is a couple. But which one you want to dive into first, man? Which one you want to tell the people about that you are personally planning to look forward to, and you think that people need to see this game?
I think the biggest one on the slate is going to be Thursday night. Rams Seahawks, man.
Shout out to Amazon Prime.
Rams Seahawks. This is a big matchup right here, in division matchup. Two of arguably the top best teams in the NFL, obviously.
Seahawks kind of let me down in that Colts performance, though.
High key.
They kind of let me down.
High key.
I expected
more, yeah, for sure.
I expected more.
I expected more, which is why I'm like, I don't know Seattle. A lot of people high on Seattle, which they should be. They got a good defense. The only thing I don't like about Seattle is I feel like that their run game isn't as dominant as other teams in the NFL.
I feel like every time the Seahawks get praise about their defense, they come out and then they give me one of these questionable matchups. Like, what the fuck were you doing on defense? Like every time.
Or Sam Darnold doesn't do anything.
Yeah, and I'm like, what's going on? So I'm a little shaky on them coming out here.
No touchdowns.
No tutties?
Against the 44-year-old Phillip Rivers and the Colts.
And the Colts defense is not like a crazy defense for you to not be getting no touchdowns.
No touchdowns.
With JSN? None?
That's concerning to me.
That's a big concern.
That's
and then you have to
concerning to
turn
me.
around and then you got to go play the Rams.
Because this is not the only game where I've seen Sam Darnold play less than he should be. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's played in previous weeks where he wasn't that effective or that good, or where JSN wasn't that effective, or what even in the game seems like, and he was active on the field.
Yeah.
So this is where it's a little inconsistent from Seattle is where I'm going with it. On the other side of it, the Rams, obviously Puka Nacua got a little nicked up, got a little banged up. And
Puka's
also
always a little nicked up.
Yeah. And then also did Devontae Adams.
That is
he got
concern.
a hamstring.
That is a concern.
I don't expect him to play this week, but I still believe that the way that Sean McVay kind of constructed this offense, they have a two-headed monster in the backfield with Kyron Williams and Blake Corum. They utilize their tight ends, like three
Blake
of them.
has emerged higher and stood out a little bit more this season.
Yeah,
as he
absolutely.
did in previous seasons.
Absolutely. I feel like they swap series. So Blake might get a series, Kyron might get a series. Blake get a series, Kyron get a series.
Which I think is great for a running back because you're taking a lot of hits. So being able to swap those guys out and still have the offensive production, so it's not like it's so much of a load to carry for Kyron.
Right.
I think that's great. Especially if you're in a situation like now where you dealing with injured wide receivers.
Right. You can have a guy step in and be a number one,
Right.
on a depth chart. So I think even with the injuries that they've had in the last week, I think offensively, I don't think it affects them that much. I think they can beat you multiple ways. They can beat you with the receivers. They can beat you with the tight ends. They can beat you physically by running the football. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And who did Phillip Rivers have when he damn near beat him?
You talking about this past week?
Yeah.
Yeah, Alex Pierce and Jonathan Taylor and Josh Downs.
I think the Rams have enough quality players to be able to produce offensively.
Yeah. My only concern with the Rams, though, that I saw this past week when they played Detroit was Amon-Ra St. Brown went crazy on them. J-Mo had a good game as well. So my issue with the Rams defense is that JSN does have one of those games.
I just think Amon-Ra St. Brown is one of them ones, right? So, and I think JSN has emerged as one of them ones also. So, I mean, yeah, you do have to figure that out. But to the Rams' credit, they still won the game. Despite the injuries, despite dealing with Amon-Ra St. Brown going off, you still win the game.
Yeah. They score so many points.
They score so many points. And I don't think the Seahawks necessarily stop them from scoring decently. I don't. Now, if you missing Puka and Devontae, I think definitely that plays a role and slows down some of the scoring. But I still think Sean McVay and those guys are seasoned and great enough to be able to have some good offensive production in that game and still find a way to score some points. So, plus, I don't know what it is about the Seahawks at home. They play better on the road for some reason. I don't know why. It really doesn't make sense. It's quite fascinating. But they barely won that game against the Colts at home. No touchdowns. That's crazy.
No, they were in Indy. Were they in Indy?
I think the Seahawks was at home.
Oh, they're at home?
If I'm not mistaken.
Oh, yeah, they were at home. Yeah.
They were at home.
Oh, wow. Forgot.
Which makes it even worse. Yeah. You get no touchdowns at home? Yeah. That's weird. I don't know why they play like that.
Don't come out like that against the Rams.
Don't do that against the Rams.
You can't.
And they back at home again. It's in the air.
Yeah, and the Rams beat them already the first time.
And they can do it again. But speaking of games with teams playing again, what's on my MustSeeTV was a game that was very good the first time, so I want to run it back.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah, give me the Green Bay Packers versus the Chicago Bears. That was a tough game. Caleb almost pulled it off. He made some passes into some tight windows and it worked out a couple times, but that last one got picked off in the end zone.
Yeah, they had a chance.
They had a chance at winning that game. Now, the Bears are going to be at home this go around. It's a pick'em, as well as the last game with the Rams. That was also a pick'em with 1 point spread. But
no Micah.
No Micah Parsons.
Big.
That's also big.
Big.
I think that impacts the Green Bay pass rush. And what did I say last week? The margin of error and the difference between the Green Bay Packers, Detroit Lions, and Chicago Bears is very small.
Very.
And I think what it boils down to is health. And boom. During this final stretch, that's a key part of your defense.
Yep.
And somebody who generates a lot of pressure on quarterbacks. He's the reason why Caleb Williams is scrambling out of the pocket and don't have that much time to pass and trying to squeeze into a tight window. He's about to get hit. He needs to get the ball off. Now, you give Caleb Williams too much time, I'm pretty confident that that young man can find somebody to get open.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that was huge. But I think it's a very important matchup because now the Bears have jumped back into the division leading spot now that the Green Bay Packers lost to the Broncos. So they flip-flopping in position and they battling to try and win, and Detroit is still lingering in the shadows.
That's what I was just about to get into that. This law, if Green Bay manages to lose this game,
Detroit might take their spot.
Detroit is nipping at their ankles.
Detroit is 8-6. The Packers are 9-4-1. So if they fuck around and go 9-5-1 and Detroit wins, then they'll be 9-6. That's gonna leave them last 2 weeks, and then you might be dealing with not having Micah Parsons. That's tough. Green Bay is in a position where they need to win. But Chicago also needs to win to keep their spot. But I'm leaning towards the home team on this one. I don't know about you, but I'm kind of leaning towards the home team.
I would tend to agree. The run game with Chicago. at home.
Swift and Mononga.
It doesn't have nothing to do with the weather because Green Bay is cold too, and they play outdoors too.
They're all used to playing in the cold.
You know, Caleb made that one mistake at the end of the game. If he doesn't make that mistake, they win that game 2 weeks ago.
Exactly.
You know, and I think, you know, without Micah Parsons there, without Wyatt in the middle, it leaves some room, some yardage on the ground to be desired that I think Chicago would attack. So I like Chicago too.
Hey man, you heard it.
Another one I want to see is that Jacksonville, Denver Broncos. Jacksonville goes on the road. They are the number 3 seed right now. Denver is the number 1 seed Broncos in the AFC.
Trevor Lawrence was stepping his shit up.
Trevor Lawrence been playing well, but who has he been playing against?
You're right.
Right. Here we go again with that, right?
Right.
So he just played. They beat the Titans, blew them out.
Yeah.
All right. He played the Colts, beat them, right?
Right.
Who they just played? They played the Jets, right? So it's like, who are we playing here?
Right.
So this is why, to me, this is an important and big game for the Jacksonville Jaguars.
It's definitely a test for them.
It's a huge test. It's a measuring stick test for them. It's like, okay, you got to go on the road. You got to go in Denver, and you have to compete against a top defense in the NFL, right? This is huge for Jacksonville because this is an opportunity for them to possibly get the number 1 seed. If they beat Denver, right, and then the Patriots somehow loses to Baltimore, right, this puts Jacksonville kind of up there in that capacity.
You might get bumped up to number 2.
They can possibly get the number 1 seed.
Well, the Denver Broncos got 2 games on them. So the Broncos are number 1. They already clinched. They're 12-2. The Jacksonville Jaguars 10-4. So even with a win and a loss by the Broncos still have the edge. Mm-hmm. But it does bump them up and potentially allows them to take the Patriots for number 2 in the conference. But more importantly, it will give them some room on the Texans in the division because the Texans are still in play for the division.
Yeah, I don't think it gives them that much room because the Texans, they play who they play this week. They don't play the Chargers. They play a scrub. They play Tennessee.
He said they play a scrub.
Who the Texans play? They play the Raiders.
Play the Raiders.
Yeah, so this is important for Jacksonville. They have to win this game because if Jacksonville wins out and Texas and Houston wins out, the Texans get the division.
Not if they both went out.
Yes,
Currently, Jacksonville got it.
Yes, they do. They both. I looked it up.
If they both went out.
If they both went out, yeah, Houston has the edge on them.
Oh, because of the division matchups.
Because of the AFC,
division
the conference matchups. The Texans have more conference wins than the Jacksonville Jaguars.
So even if the Jaguars have a better record, the Texans have a better conference record.
Yeah, that's the other tiebreaker. You know what I mean? It kind of goes from that.
Huh. Okay.
It goes head to head. They 1-1 head to head, so they tied there. Then it's goes to division record, and they tie the division records possibly.
I thought it would be off the best record after that.
In the conference.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So,
I didn't know they went conference over the overall record because if they both went out, the Jaguars have a better record.
Yeah. But the conference record is what gets them. But
okay.
But yeah, so that's huge for them. Like I said, it's a measuring stick for them to go up against a better defense, to see where they really stand in this playoff picture. You know, you're going on the road. You've been playing cupcakes for the past 3 weeks. You've been doing well. Trevor Lawrence been playing well. Jacoby Myers been fit in there in that role and being productive. So we'll see what happens when they go up against a better defense, a top defense in NFL, and see what happens then. So big game for Jacksonville. Not so much for Denver. They can lose that one and be fine.
Yeah. I will say the last one, New England Patriots versus the Baltimore Ravens. Now, the Patriots dropped a game they should have won because they had it in the bag. And the Ravens beat the hell out of the Bengals.
Sure.
And got their revenge from that Thanksgiving.
It was like a slow burn too, because it was nothing exciting happening. It was like,
no, it was just the defense just basically cooking the offense in that situation, and just taking the ball from them.
Mm-hmm.
But this is an interesting matchup because the Ravens still need W's to try and get that playoff spot. The Patriots, I feel like this doesn't make or break them as far as making the playoffs. They've, went so far ahead, that they're pretty much a lock in for the playoffs.
Must win for Baltimore.
But it's a must win for Baltimore. But also, the Patriots don't want to necessarily drop this and lose their number one spot in the division. Because the Bills, the Buffalo Bills are playing the Browns. And more than likely they will win that game. So you really can't afford to be losing too much because they're right there on your heel.
Yeah.
So I think it's still going to be a very good game, must-watch game, because the Ravens back against the wall. The Patriots don't want to lose their number one spot in the division. This will be their first time winning the division in a long time, probably since Brady left. So it's a pretty important game. Must see TV. I
want
to
see how New England bounces back from that loss.
That too.
I want to see what the response is going up against, similar type quarterback with Lamar Jackson, dynamic wise.
Yeah.
Lamar kind of found his groove a little bit this past week against Cincinnati. He threw the ball very well. Just Zay Flowers was dropping him.
Zay Flowers got a touchdown.
He got one
though.
touchdown, but he could have had two, and he dropped another pass. So, but Lamar, he was moving around, looking kind of healthy. You know what I mean? So I want to see and it's a must win for them. So I want to see how the Ravens respond, as well as how the Ravens respond being on a dire situation, trying to get into playoffs, especially with the Steelers winning on Monday night.
Yeah.
I want to see how they respond to that, along with, how does the New England Patriots respond to a dropping a 21-0 deficit at home.
And quiet as kept, it's a very good shot for them, too, because the Steelers got the Lions and the Lions at home who are also back against the wall, which is why Week 16 is so fucking interesting to watch because there's so many teams with back against the wall that need this win.
Ravens got a tough schedule.
Life.
Ravens and the Steelers got a tough schedule remaining, so it's big. Big.
Yeah. So, with all that being said, we talked about all these teams in dire positions, need to win, must win, must need to do this to try and get some money. And I'm in dire position to win. I need that money.
I got toasted, bro.
Man. So let's get into best bets.
Might need to call the segment worst bets.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Bad bets, because them bitches were bad. Bad.
So, in case you haven't gathered, we didn't do so hot last week. No. I went 1-2, and you went 0-3.
Offer.
You gave me an offer.
Offer.
It's not good. Not
at all.
Friend.
But we gonna run it back, man. So that puts me at 17-24-1.
Yeah, and I am 19-22-1. I need to get on a positive side.
I gotta get a sweep this week to kind of get back in rhythm. We only got 2 weeks left, so I gotta go 6-0. I got to.
You got 3.
3 weeks?
18.
16, 17. Okay, yeah, I got 3 weeks. So I still got to go 6-0.
Yeah.
So let's get this party started. I'm taking the Tampa Bay Buccaneers -3 versus the Carolina Panthers. We talked about them briefly. Must-win game for Tampa Bay.
This is what you're starting off for your must-win back against the wall.
Absolutely. Their back, my back is against the wall. Their back is against the wall.
And this is what the fuck you do.
I'm putting my chips with guys who desperately need to win. I desperately need to win, and so do they. They have to beat the Carolina Panthers this week in order to solidify a playoff spot and win the division. So give me the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I say they rebound. They got all their players on offense back. Baker Mayfield knows that they should have won that game against the Atlanta Falcons. The whole team knows it. They feel the pressure. Carolina just dropped one to New Orleans on the road.
So did Tampa
off
Bay.
of a bye week. Give me the Tampa Bay Buccaneers -3. It's 3 points division game. It can go either way. Mike Evans back. Emeka Egbuka is there. Bucky Irvin is there. Baker Mayfield. It's a lock. Tampa Bay -3.
You said the magic word.
It's a lot.
Well, no.
Next one.
No.
Just spoke on this one, Must See TV. Denver Broncos versus the Jacksonville Jaguars. Denver -3. Give me that game right there. Denver is at home. Top-notch defense.
I've been a little concerned about all these points that the defense is giving up.
It's about making stops when they count, okay?
They did. They made
making
stops
when they count. But furthermore, Bo Nix had a good game. I think he threw 3-4 touchdowns, something crazy like that.
Bo was out there passing the rock.
Bo was cooking, bro. So I like I like Denver Broncos -3. It was a close game last time. They've been winning. They're the last year's Chiefs. They've been winning all these close games by one score, less than 5 points, or whatever the case may be. But give me the Denver Broncos, especially with that defense applying that pressure to get after Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence been playing good against these cookie cutter and sorry top 5 draft pick teams for next year's draft.
Top 5 teams next year's draft.
Yeah, the Jets, the Raiders, the Colts, all these guys. Yeah. Well, the Colts not yet, but they're getting there. So Denver -3.
He said they held away.
And last but not least, you don't like them that much. I do. The Washington Commanders +6.5 versus the Philadelphia Eagles. Washington is playing at home. They just beat the Giants, dominated them. That doesn't mean much. Right. But what I will say is Washington does compete against Philadelphia. So will they win the game? Probably not. But I do think that they'll be able to cover. And let's not take that 31-0 that the Philadelphia Eagles put on the Raiders as, they're back.
They compete against Philly with Jaden Daniels. We talking about Marcus Mariota.
They back. I don't know if Philadelphia is quite back.
We talking about Marcus Mariota now.
Marcus had a good game against who they played a couple weeks ago. It was on Monday Night Football. He had a good game against. It was somebody. I can't remember who it was, but he had a decent game.
You know why you can't remember? Because he didn't play nobody.
Yeah, but anyway, division game, division opponent. I think they come out, they play a little bit better defense. They got some offensive pieces there, obviously. Terry McLaurin, Debo. You go down the list. They run the ball well with those 2 running backs that they have.
Mariota did play somebody. They had that close call with the Broncos.
Yeah,
but then they also turned around and got a fucking goose egg against the Vikings.
Yeah, that's I get it. And the only reason they got that goose egg against the Vikings is because Jaden Daniels came and started for a minute, then he got hurt, and they put Marcus back in there that game.
And they still didn't get no points.
So nevertheless, I'm taking the Washington Commanders +6.5. So you got Tampa Bay -3. Denver -3, Commanders +6.5.
Okay.
It got to get a little freaky.
I like the Denver pick. The other 2, I don't know. But
who you got?
Give me the Chicago Bears -1 against the Green Bay Packers. We just talked about this in Must See TV. Because of the performance that I saw Caleb Williams put together with Micah Parsons on the Green Bay Packers, and they barely beat them. I think without Micah Parsons and them being at home and the rushing attack continuing to perform as well as it has performed in the past month or so, I will say that I like the Chicago Bears, and this pick 'em, give me the Bears -1. The next pick I have is the San Francisco 49ers minus the Indianapolis Colts. The San Francisco 49ers are a 6-point favorite. Give me the 6. Pause. I just feel like the 49ers are a better team. Defensively, they have enough offensive weapons. That Colts defense, they put together a solid performance, a very good performance actually against the Seattle Seahawks. However, I feel like that is more of an indictment against the Seahawks and not the greatness of the defense. I don't see that happening with the San Francisco 49ers. George Kittle is going to be out there fired up. Christian McCaffrey, they're not going to do nothing to stop him. Jennings, Ricky Pearsall, all those guys, I think they string together enough offensive production to definitely not have a touchdownless game. And I don't know if Phillip Rivers is going to be able to do whatever the hell that was. That just happened.
Managed the game.
Managed the game. I will give Phillip Rivers some credit. He played better than I thought he would play, but it's still some 5-year rust that we saw.
He gave him a shot.
He did get him a shot to win. He came out there. He fired him up. He put some enthusiasm on the sideline. He's a very, fired up guy. He talks like a coach. I can tell he's been coaching. So that's another added layer that he brings as a benefit to the Colts right now. But I just don't think it's enough firepower-wise to be able to beat the San Francisco 49ers. Give me the 49ers -6. And if I'm not tripping, the 49ers. No, the Colts at home in that game. That's the only thing going in the Colts' favor. But I'll still take the 49ers. Final pick. Give me my Los Angeles Chargers +2 minus the Dallas Cowboys. Cowboys, you just lost to the Vikings at home.
To J.J. McCarthy.
J.J. McCarthy cooked you. The J.J. McCarthy means.
The J.J. McCarthy means, bro.
You lost to McCarthy at home. That was not a good look, brother. And the way the Chargers defense has been playing, they have been laying some motherfuckers out. So, and the Cowboys wide receivers have been known to hit the ground and not get back up a couple times. So
or not play at all.
Or
George.
not play at all. So I'm a little bit concerned on that end for that reason, but I do think the Chargers defense is good enough to be able to contain or generate enough pressure on Dak to generate a pick or create some mistakes out there. Plus, they're not exactly 100% healthy right now offensively.
And everybody who plays the Dallas defense turns to Tom Brady, they say.
They say. So, I mean, Justin Herbert is as great a candidate as any to turn into Brady, even with the one arm.
Yeah, I mean, at least this week, it seemed like
he got a little bit better.
Yeah, he wasn't favoring it as much.
Yeah. So, I think it gradually continues to get better. I think we see a full-out Herbert performance and give us a show. So, give me the Chargers +2. Possibly to win that game, but I damn sure like them in a close one. The Chargers have been known to keep a game close. So give me the Chargers +2. That is the LA Chargers +2, San Francisco 49ers -6, and the Chicago Bears -1. Those are my best bets.
Yeah.
I'm not going to use the L word. But those are my best bets.
Yeah.
Shut up, Alexa. We weren't talking to you. But before we go, these folks still need to know one more thing before you get out of here.
What they need to know, bro?
These folks still need to know, are they barking? Who is your dog of the week?
My dog's been barking for like back-to-back weeks, for real.
You've been barking. I don't know about them quote unquote locks, but the dog's been barking. My dog did not bark again. They let me the fuck down.
If you watched last episodes, I had the Denver Broncos as my dog, and they covered. Home dog, I like those.
Nice home dog. Patriots let me down, but
yep. This week we're gonna do it again. Right now, where I'm at, the dogs 8-6 on the dogs.
Yeah, I don't even know where I'm at. What is that? 4-10.
Ouch.
Bad.
Awful.
It's bad.
Awful.
It's bad. This one's gonna be good, but that was
are the Chargers at home?
The Chargers on the road.
They on the road?
Yeah.
Okay. Doesn't matter. Give me the Los Angeles Chargers versus the Cowboys.
Bolt up.
Yeah. Give me the LA Chargers versus the Dallas Cowboys as my underdog. You want to know why? Here's why. Because the Dallas Cowboys,
youngest quarterback to reach 5,000 yards.
They just aren't good. It's just that simple. It's just that simple. I tried to tell you Cowboys fans weeks ago when y'all thought y'all had y'all little run, that y'all was going to get in the playoffs. Y'all had little hopes of getting into the playoffs. And I told you, no. You asked me specifically, say, you think Dallas Cowboys get to the playoffs? No. Period. No, period. It's not.
No, you did say no.
There's no doubt
about it.
You
said a strong no.
Yeah, strong no.
Heavy O.
No question. With straight conviction. They're too far behind.
Straight face.
And you know what this does? This buries them even more.
Face.
This buries the Cowboys even more. Give me the Chargers. Bolt up to beat the Dallas Cowboys. I don't think they rebound. George Pickens acts like he's not interested in playing football anymore. CeeDee Lamb's doing everything on his own. Javonte Williams, he got a little nicked up. He came back into the game. The Chargers are a very physical football team. They're not going to give you. They're not going to give you anything over the top. So those explosive plays down the field, that's not going to happen.
And if you come across that middle, they're going to lay you the fuck out.
And then offensively, Justin Herbert, he's been playing well. They got Omarion Hampton back, so he's been running the ball very well. And usual suspects, obviously, So
I'm on board. I'm in agreement with you. I mentioned that when we had our little discussion about the Chargers being a contender and we was going down the Chargers schedule, and I said I think they can beat Dallas.
I know they can beat Dallas. Yeah, they better beat Dallas.
So I'm with you. Bolt up.
Mm-hmm.
But my dog of the week, you're not gonna like this one.
Who you got?
My dog of the week. No, Carolina, come on, raise up. Take your shirt off.
You're right.
Twist it right
like
head. Went like a helicopter. The last time you said you didn't like it, the dog ended up barking, didn't it? I know you're not going to like it. I understand why you don't like it, but I'm going to tell you why I like it. The Carolina Panthers tend to play much better at home than they do on the road.
True.
This is a division matchup.
True.
So there's a lot of familiarity with opponents. This is their first time playing this season. I understand.
True.
However, the Buccaneers has just not been playing great football.
True.
Even at full health, you came out here and you lost to a Falcons team.
True.
That has been extremely suspect.
True.
The week before that, you lost to a Saints team. That has been extremely suspect. Now, the Panthers lost to a suspect Saints team.
True.
But Shuck has been coming alive a little bit. Shuck been out there, oh shucks. He's doing his thing a little bit. So I'm not gonna fault them for losing those matchups. But the thing that stood out to me that made me lean Panthers in this game was the fact that the Panthers beat the Rams when they were at home. And they played very impressive defensively in that game and managed to get some key stops, and then Bryce Young managed to make some key plays on offense. McMillan getting open. They made plays happen. And as you also eloquently mentioned, Rico Dowdle, Chuba Hubbard, they have a rushing attack. What the Buccaneers can get beat up if you got a balanced attack. Bijan was on the ground and a passing, being able to receive. You have that dynamic threat out of the backfield, but then you also have the wide receiver threat. I think McMillan can give you the same type of production that we saw at Kyle Pitts. So, give me the Carolina Panthers in the upset of this one. Home dog, lock them in. Give me the home dog. North Carolina, go ahead and raise up. Take your shirt off with twist around your head like a helicopter. And that's all we got.
It's a wrap.
Make sure y'all stay tapped in. Like, share, comment, subscribe to the channel. If you like our picks, let us know. If you hate our picks, let me know that too. But if you gonna hate on me, drop the slip. Let me know what you thinking that's so great, since you got all the answers. Since you know every fucking thing with your fancy degrees. But also
Onyx bets.
Onyx Odds, brother. Yeah. Onyx bets, man. Onyx Odds are still there. They had a promo. 4 free $25 bets. That's $100 worth of free bets when you deposit $10.
Free money.
I don't even know if I have to sell that, but just do it. And then to sweeten the pot, you send me a screenshot into the DM. Follow the Instagram page right here. Send me a screenshot of the DM. I'm gonna let you into the group chat where we dropping our slips. DTS. Drop the slip. Drop it into the chat. You can see these picks. You can get some more help and assistance. You can bounce off some ideas. If it's a team you like and you're not liking, let us know. We can talk about it. That's just an added bonus that I'm just trying to do. But just hit the link in the description. Tap on that. Get that referral bonus. Get those 4 free bets.
And join the chat.
Join the chat. And we're going to help you win as much as possible. We also do basketball in there too. So, hey, man, talk to us. We talk back. Anything else you want to tell the people?
Parlays.
Making money line plays. May all these bets continue to pay. Because I need that money.
Yeah.
Today. And we'll catch y'all on the next one, man. Fantasy football playoffs starting, so good luck to those of you that are in that. I am not one of those because my whole team apparently decided to damn near
right
die.
Here, boy. Number 2 seed right here, boy.
My whole team apparently decided to damn near die.
We're in the semifinals right now.
So
Big week ahead. But yeah, until next time, peace.
Sound like they Frank Castle with the foundation, never saying castle, nigga, no hassle. I'm not Dwayne Johnson, I don't tolerate. So if it's real shit, nigga, I can't action.
I might have started late, but I zoomed